day everyone and welcome to our mini talk show across culture. I'm your host Darren Miseri and today we'll be exploring how world literature shaped our understanding of humanity. To guide this through this fascinating topic, we have very special guest. Please welcome Arthur Brinje Embron, a literary literature enthusiast and researcher. Thank you for being here.
Thank you also. Thank you also for inviting me. I'm excited to talk about the word literature and why it continues matter today.
To start off, many people heard the term word literature but don't fully understand what it means. So let me ask you, what exactly is word literature?
So, word literature refers to written works from different countries and cultures that are read, studied, and appreciated around the globe. It includes novels, poems, plays, and epics, and folk tales that carry cultural meaning. What makes a piece word literature is not where it came from, but the universal value it carries, its ability to resonate with the people beyond its origin.
So it's really about stories that travel across borders and connect humanity?
Exactly. It shows that although we came from different places, many of our experiences are shared.
Now, why is world literature important in our lives? Especially students like us.
So it is important for three main reasons. First, it helps us to understand different cultures without traveling. By reading stories from different countries, we gain insight into their traditions, beliefs, and way of life. Second, literature develops empathy. When we read someone's struggles or triumphs, we emotionally connect with them even if they live in a completely different society. And third, word literature preserves history. It tells us not just what happened, but how people felt during key moments in time.
That's true. Literatures give us the humanity side of history. Let's talk about specific examples. You selected three well-known literary works from Africa, Asia, and Europe. I'd like to start from Africa. What can you tell us about the novel of Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe?
So, it is powerful from Nigeria about a respected warrior named Okonkwo. The story shows that the rich tradition of the Igbo people, but also the struggles faced when Europeans begins to colonize their land. What makes the book significant is how present African culture from an African perspective, something rare during time it written.
So it's correct misconception about Africa society?
Absolutely. Achebe shows that African people had established values, systems, and identities long before colonization.
Now let's move to Asia. One of the earliest novel ever written came from Japan. Can you tell us about the tale of Genji?
Yes, written by Murasaki Shikibu over 1,000 years ago, the tale of Genji is often considered the world's first novel. It follows the life of Hikaru Genji, a nobleman dealing with love, politics, and personal growth. But more than that plot, the novel gives us intimate look into classical Japanese culture. Their clothing, rituals, social norms, and values.
So reading it is like stepping into ancient Japan.
Exactly. It's literature functioning like a cultural time capsule.
And finally, Europe, you choose Dante Alighieri, the Divine Comedy. Why is this work so influential?
So, because it's more than just a story about traveling through hell, purgatory, and heaven. Dante's explore political issues, moral struggles, personal personal reflection, and philosophical ideas. The poem challenges readers to think about justice, forgiveness, and the consequences of human choices. Even centuries later, the themes remains relevant.
So, Dante used literature to reflect society and question moral trust.
Exactly. And that's why his work remains powerful today.
After everything we've discussed, I want you to ask, what does this literary works teach us about humanity?
They teach us that human beings, no matter where they live, experience similar emotion and struggles, love, fear, hope, conflict, and identity are universal themes. World literature reminds us that we are connected by our shared humanity. It encourages us to think critically, appreciate diversity, and understand people beyond stereotypes.
That's a beautiful way to put it. And we wrap up. I'd like to thank you, our guests, for sharing such as meaningful insight. It's been a pleasure to talk about world literature. I hope this encourages everyone to explore this story from different cultures. And to everyone watching, remember, literature isn't just about reading, it's about understanding the world and the people who live in it. Thank you also to our guest for joining our Across Culture, Mr. Arthur Benjamin. Until next time.
And also, thank you also for inviting me here to your mini talk show.